The anxiety, which is an increase in that sense of threat that we all experience. They cannot shut it off. They cannot manage the stress response. It is not uncommon that it would begin to affect appetite. It would begin to affect their desire to engage in other normal activities that they would typically do during the day. People report they can't sleep, that they have a sense of having to be on guard against something bad that might be happening. At the same time, if they're hearing voices, for instance, that are telling them to do something or that they are bad, if their voices are more negative at that time, which is common when stress is higher for them, they may end up in a situation where they feel like they need to go to the hospital.
Wasn't eating right, wasn't really drinking fluids. Went to bed one night, woke up, thought I died. Thought my parents wasn't my parents. I was just really hallucinating at that point. Water tasted like alcohol. The emergency room was pretty hectic. It took them a long time to do tests on me because I thought the CAT scan machine was going to cut my head off. So yeah, it took a while in there. So I couldn't walk.
I'm sorry?
I was so dehydrated I couldn't walk.
In that particular case, while he's sitting there waiting to go in to have some tests run, that becomes a very, very frightening, very frightening experience, increasing his things that he was already seeing that nobody else saw, hearing things that nobody else heard. So again, it is, as a person, those who are referred to quiet minds, and once they're involved in some of the helpful interventions, they may be able to understand that their stress, their increased anxiety is contributing to some of the symptoms of sleeplessness and not being able to eat, fearing drinking things because they may be poisoned or whatever delusion or hallucination they may be experiencing. If they're able to stop themselves and understand what is happening, it becomes a much less fearful experience. The anxiety will begin to decrease, and they'll be able to get a much better handle on the symptoms.
An individual may believe that somebody has tampered with the food or the water, or that some other has poisoned the water or the food. And in that situation, again, one would not want to do the reality orientation or the arguing, but elicit more information about what do you think happened, who do you think did this. I'm wondering if all the food is poisoned. Now we know you need to eat, we know you need to drink. What do you think might be safe for you to eat or drink, so that we avoid weight loss and avoid dehydration?